My French waitress set herself on fire. I'm not kidding. It was really dramatic. So I'll tell you all about it because I have to. And I'm going to share a video after this one of it actually happening. Oh my goodness. Never seen anything like it before. She set herself on fire at our table in a restaurant. So my daughter and I have been on a little road trip, and we have been looking at places outside of the UK where we can live. And I've actually put an offer in on a place that has just stolen my heart and actually inspired this little sneaky road trip of mine. And fingers crossed. So I'm absolutely in love with this beautiful place. And there is another property that we also love, and they are two totally different, opposite types of properties. So we shall see. However, we came on a little sneaky road trip. My daughter was off school on the 48-hour rule, but she was actually feeling really fine. But she can't go back in, obviously, because they get really funny about that. And then they send you emails having a go at you for your kid having too much time out because of their 48-hour rule when they're perfectly fine. Oh, it's just annoying, especially at this time of year when loads of tummy bugs start going around. So anyway, we came on a little road trip and we stayed in a castle. And I knew my daughter would love it. And she fell in love with the castle because she's not the sort of girl to go down the aisle in a white redding dress. She wants to go down in the aisle dressed in armour and carrying a sword. So behold, her husband had better behave himself. So a girl after my own heart, honestly, it's gorgeous. So I knew she would love staying in a castle. So I pushed the boat out, stayed in this beautiful castle with 4-poster bed and everything, and treated her to a drunken bullock meal, which is they cook the steak on a sword at your table with a whiskey type on fire sauce. And this waitress, she was so amazing. She'd never had this happen before, and she'd done it many times, but for some random reason at our table, it went all over her arm and her torso, and she was literally on fire. And she just took this napkin and she was like, "Oh, do excuse me, I'm on fire." And she just put everything down really calm, and like, you'll see it in the video, I'll post it next. And I was just like, and I said to my daughter, that's the kind of person I want on my project teams, you know, and that's the sort of best friend you want when an emergency hits. She was amazing. So anyway, I think we're going to become quite good friends because she's living near me, and beautiful girl. Really nice. And you know me, I love the French. I've been in France a lot and had a lot of French au pairs, and I just love French people. So it was really lovely, and we have decided where we want to move to, and it's now just a case of everything slotting into position. So I lost the villa that I was looking at last time, so now we're going for something else. And it's just a case of everything timing wise, isn't it? And just making sure the timing works well. So I'm really excited. And yeah, I'll post the video afterwards because it was like amazing. But yeah, she just come to the table. She got these fillet steaks sitting on a sword, pours it on. I mean, we had a steak on a sword in Zurich when I was working there. Took the whole team out for dinner, and it was awesome. And it was nice that my daughter got to experience that too. So I did take her and her brother to Zurich on a work trip once, and they got to eat out, but not at the sword place. So my daughter was over the moon. So yes, woe behold the man who marries her, walking down the aisle in knight's armour and carrying a sword. She's such a cool girl. I love my daughter so much. She's so quirky and cool, and she dresses, her taste is so amazing. As we've travelled, and we've covered so much mileage over here, as we've travelled, everyone just keeps commenting on how great she looks all the time. Oh, I'm so proud of her. So yeah, it's really exciting. And oh, we do have some events coming up at Westminster Libraries, Thiel Library, Wallingford Bookshop, and probably a couple of other places. So bear with me. I will do some blogs on the website relewin.com and publicise those soon. But check out the next video of this girl on fire. She's so calm. And yeah, she was amazing. A really wonderful woman. I just can't believe how calm she stayed in that crisis. So it was great. And this is a really, really giant hotel. It just looks like a giant castle in itself, actually. But it's like, it's enormous. I don't think I've ever stayed in a building this large ever before. So, and I've stayed in some pretty big hotels, but it's way bigger than all the Hiltons and Premiers and, you know, all those great big hotels you see at an airport. This is even bigger than that. And it looks like a giant castle. So we've stayed in some pretty amazing buildings, actually. Anyway, watch the next video. It's very interesting.